Tantaran, tantararara. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're stopping by for the first time, you're definitely welcome. I'm super excited today because we hit 1,000 subscribers. See guys, I feel so happy. When YouTube Studio sent me the messages, when I was like, let me rush and go and edit this video for you guys. What better way to celebrate 1,000 if not with this video? Sit back and enjoy. So I started off with my all-time favorite hydrating badescu spray, trying to see if I can get a hand on another hydrating spray. Here I'm going in with the omaricode serum, and I'm just applying that with a brush and just making sure that it gets to every part of the face really nicely and it sits in pretty well. You can actually use your hand if you don't want to use a brush. Here I went in with a moisturizer. As I time I was making this video, I was alone and I was in Lagos. I had a lot of issues trying to do the setup, so the beginning part of this video wasn't as expected. Yeah, so here I'm going in with some moisturizer from Olay. And now I'm using the rimmel Stay Matte primer and just applying it like so. You want to blend all of that product in. You can use your hands to push it in. You can also use a brush just like I'm doing, but just make sure that you're blending in like tapping motion, like you're pushing the product in, so it's actually going to do the work. Here I'm using Pond's primer. It's still a fave. I don't know, I mentioned it in this or maybe one of my videos, and also while I was packing for this trip, it was quite a rush, so we just packed all our hands could get. So I'm just going to correct under the eyes. I missed, for light skin people, I'd always say, just make sure you're not using a direct orange corrector. Just mix that orange corrector with either a concealer or a foundation to get a peach corrector, and just use it to blend for light skin. But for dark skin, I mean, you can go on and use your orange corrector because the skin would actually absorb more of that color because the person is dark. But for someone who is light and you go in direct with an orange corrector, you have a hard time trying to blend it in, you understand? So it might actually show from the foundation underneath the skin. Yeah, so we've done that. Now we're going in with foundation. For foundations, you already know that I love to mix my foundations. I'll drop the details of the foundation. I think I used nars and Huda Beauty. That's what they packed for me, and for this shoot I had to make do with what I had. And I also went in with my L'Oreal foundation. There's this particular L'Oreal foundation I have, and I just use it to warm up the face regardless. It has this warm undertone, so if my foundation is too white or too let's say too light, I tend to add a little bit of it just to correct it and give it that warm feel, so the foundation is not far from the skin. Yeah, I promise guys, I promise my next video I'm going to get the exact name, or I'll get it. Even if I post this video without it, I would edit the description box and make sure that I add that foundation there, so look out for it. So yeah, I'm just going to blend. See, for a flawless finish, your base matters. How you apply your foundation. I'm not used to using a lot of product, but there are some people who actually still use a lot of product, and the makeup still comes out really flawless. So you want to make sure that you match properly. So when I was doing this makeup, she had this cape, I covered her up. I was just working with her face, but by right you're supposed to be able to match the face and the rest of the body. or the neck, so I had to remove it. So I know that the face is not so far from the body, and with what we're seeing here, or even while I did it, you can see that the face actually matches to the body. And I'm just going to cover her up again, so we'll continue the process. Yeah, so now I'm applying foundation underneath her eyes. Remember, we've not applied foundation here. So after correcting, I normally just allow the corrector to sit in before I go in with applying little amount of foundation under the eyes with a small brush like this one I'm using. So just get any brush that can serve as a foundation brush, just a little bit small, a small foundation brush, something you can just use to blend and push in products. I mean, it would work. So here I am done with using my brush, and I'm using a beauty blender to push all of that product in. Yes, you want that seamless finish, you have to push in your product into the skin so it is flawless. You don't want the foundation to just be on top of the skin. So that is what we're doing here. We're just pushing all of that product into the skin. So here I'm going to use this Blood Cosmetics lip stain in Bougie. It's an orange toned lip stain. So I'm just diffusing some of that product out on my brush before going in directly with into the skin. Sorry, and before I go in completely, I just like tap to make sure, tap to see, to make sure that the brush is not actually carrying a lot of product, because I want to be able to control the amount of product that I use. So having done that, and it looks good, I'm blending in with a beauty blender just to have that seamless finish. Just blend like so. I don't want so much, so yeah, I use that. Then I'm going in with my blush, all-time favorite blush. I've gotten another blush, it's NARS, but I've not used it yet. I'll show you guys when I do. So I'm using this blush palette from Juvias Place just to further enhance and set liquid blush stain that we did. Yeah, so I'm also using whatever is left on the beauty blender around the nose region. Here I'm going in with my concealer. I used Kelvin aucoin here, and I mixed a bit of it with the foundation. So I'm just using a small eyeshadow brush to just apply my concealer like so, and as I'm applying it, I'm actually just blending it to give room for easy blending when it's time to use my concealer. Yeah, so I'm just going to apply it on the T-zone area, forehead, and the nose bridge, around the chin and the top of the cupid bow. So I'm going to set now. For setting powder, it is important you understand the skin type you're working with and the setting powder you want to use. Now, the Merak Cosmetics setting powder in Koi has a yellow undertone, which I really love, but I can't use it directly on this model because it's going to be a bit too dark and a bit too yellowish. So what I do is I mix it with my RCMA setting powder. If you have a lighter shade powder, you can also use, but the thing is, on first application, what the setting powder does is to absorb every form of liquid on the eyes. So I call that setting. So after you've done that, you've been able to set, the next thing you want to go in with same setting powder and now bake. You just do like light baking, you know, on top of it, just to further enhance the face, to give the under eyes that lift. Yeah, so that's what you do. So which was what we're doing now. So here I'm just going in with my contour powder. I think I used iman powder in dark. So to get like a very slim or slender nose, you want to make sure that when contouring your nose, which is the low light, you're pushing forward. Like after creating the Y on the nose, you try to push the product upward, you know, blend upward so that you have a more tinier nose instead of spreading it out to the outer end. Yeah, that will help your contour for the nose come out well. Then after which you define it like you do like reverse contour on the nose, just to further highlight the nose. So here I'm drawing her brows. So you just follow, you just firstly you draw your outline. When you get your outline, then you can now fill in the brows. For brows like these that are almost like really full, or let's just say it's not almost, it's actually very full, like her brows are very fine. When you get your outline, it is really easy to like fill in. Just go in and fill the sparse lines and you're good to go. If you haven't seen my brow tutorial, please do well to look for it. It's well detailed. I get to do an updated one soon, because that one I did was for last year, so I'll probably do another one again. But if you haven't seen my brow tutorial, you need to see it because it is very, very, very detailed. And for eyeshadow, I used my 3502 from Morphe, my all-time favorite eyeshadow palette. It has beautiful earthy toned colors, so I always run to it. So yes, I'm starting off with the outer area, that's the outer V. Here I'm going in with an orange colored eyeshadow to blend out the brown one I had used initially, just so we don't have any harsh lines. So for eyeshadow, blending is key. Blending is very, very important, so you want to make sure that you blend really well. So I went in with this pigment from, I think it was from Luster Cosmetics, either from Luster or iCandy, one of them. So I'm just using it on top of the eyes. It wasn't really giving me what I wanted, so after doing this I still went in with glitters, but here I'm just like applying it. It was really not giving, it wasn't popping as I thought it will. So here I went in with a glitter of similar color just to further pop up the eyes, you know. And the video is actually not doing justice to how the eyes was popping when I was done with it though. But yeah, so I just added back that pigment and blended it out. So here we're just adding, blending, add and blend. I totally loved how the eyes turned out when I was done. I mean, it looked really beautiful, very fine, well done. and I went ahead to do her eyeliner and lashes off camera, and Gele tied her hair. Then I went on to do her lips. The whole look really just turned out so fine. Let me know what you think about this look. I hope you love it as much as I did, and I also hope you enjoyed the tutorial. If you enjoyed this tutorial, in the spirit of celebrating 1,000 followers, subscribers, I mean, please like, share, comment, and subscribe to my channel, please, guys. It means a lot to me. Thank you very, 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 very much. I mean, look at those eyes. Beautiful. It looked really nice. Yeah, very, very fine. And for highlight, I used inglot highlighter for a highlight, and this is the finished look. Overall look. Asoeke was from Trad by Aries. She made this dress to fit our model. I just got her statistics as her measurement, sent it to her, and she made this dress to actually just fit our model. And our model, Zoe, oh my god, she ate this look. Like, she didn't leave any crumbs. She totally brought the energy that we need for this look, and it all just came together, and I was so happy. Everyone was happy. So thank you guys for watching. Please do not forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to my channel. I love you guys so much.